since your people are putting pressure on you, you show them the rate that you've been served. Not you. Then I went down. When I got down, the bailiff was there. And the bailiff was going to serve. I left them to my office because I had a caucus meeting. When I got to the caucus meeting and finished and came down again, the bailiff was down there and told me that no, Kokrokoo, director of legal department, legal affairs, so one channel one consult the speaker and sign a waji process. Listen to this.
Me too.
And Oba back and also on J speaker said that only on Monday. This was a Tuesday. Also speakers he would only one J process only on Monday because there was a circular from the CJ. So I went back to speaker again. Now Mr. Speaker, but I thought this was not what we agreed on. The people are saying that they can't take the process. Oh yes, it's not like that. I was here when the director of legal came and said, because of the CJ's whatever. So you let us wait and serve it on Monday. That would be okay.
The following week.
The following week, Monday. And that I want to assure you that I'm not going to do anything. Or you see, sir, I won't do anything. I won't do it. Don't worry. And he has a bit chamber. But even before we left for the chamber, Harun Edrisu came and met me in the speaker's office and showed us his petition, his notice of petition under Order 99, and gave me a copy. Copy. So I now became alarmed because all along Haruna was just making a political statement. Now with the notice of the motion, meaning that he means business.
Yeah.
So I again asked Mr. Speaker, now that the man has formally petitioned you, are you still going to entertain us? But he has to admit it. You see what he told me again? That it must meet the admissibility test. And it doesn't mean the other notice number. And he drew my attention that is the notice of the petition. So it has to be admitted first. So I was assured. Then when we got into the chamber, and somebody stepped on my toe, the leader. Adiano almost say Haruna Adiano yadiye juma. Nature is going to take a process because Haruna's route you see it will require a committee to be set up, and that will take about 3 months. So they now claim that they've been advised that they should come under the 93. So I said that all for the 93 is it. There's no way because it's a mere statement. So speaker cannot make a pronouncement on it. That notwithstanding, and that was a drama you saw in Parliament. That suddenly Dr. Ato Forson said that speaker should make a pronouncement, and then he now said that Obe make pronouncement on Thursday. Chairman, that is that alarming bit. That the following when after he had assured me that then he gave his word to the public that on Thursday he would make a pronouncement. So on Wednesday, I decided to direct service and get the process served on Parliament. So that on to Mbakade was 17. Yet he went ahead to make a pronouncement, which pronouncement the NDC side is now relying on to create chaos under his supervision. So, Chairman, in all of this, ask the number of times you've asked another question. The number of times I've engaged my colleague, the minority leader.
Ato.
Countless times. But you see, I can understand him. He said that is the political decision of the party, non-cooperation. What can I do? So you are negotiating behind the scenes. You get assurances. You are being assured. Then the person comes into the public space and embarrasses you. He comes into the public space to do something different. Chairman, do you remember that prior to this recall, there was a previous recall?
Yeah, okay.
Chairman, during that previous recall, a day to the recall, Yenuanum NDC for Wabai was the look, leader. There are a lot of housekeeping matters. A speaker do Parliament wanenzama or there were goods and services. Nzame P akem. Asumdriba Benti. Minister of Finance no Ghana. But I spoke to him midnight. Mensa kan or many directors you now will be sharing with parliament, with my office. Yen na yet na NDC minority leadership. And I hear so yet na the clerk to parliament. What's me be? They listed every single outstanding. Or you due them. And I stood on my grounds and said, Minister, asumdwe baba na Ghana kodunti, these are statutory payments. That very day, government of Ghana released 65 million cedis. That very day. Only for us to go the next day, then what's in the dam, and we could only do one item. So, for me, in your Obiri put all your cards on the table. You don't play on somebody's mind. Now, when the person takes an action to self-preserve and protect his group, you come and say that on board the consensus. I want an NDC MP to be bold to see me face to face and tell me that I don't build consensus. I want one person who will be bold to look me in the eye on 5 points of fellowship and tell me that, Honorable Afenyo Makin, you are not a consensus builder. I want to meet that person. Look, in the 8 parliament, chairman, yeah, bro. But you there. A brand now who cause some
one and way.
Thank you. Because at the time, my youngest MP before, he preached skirt and blouse. And the last time I ever saw him, how can President Akufo-Addo win 19 seats in Central Region? And when it comes to parliamentary, we win just 10 seats. We were fighting in a lot of constituencies. What can you na tripod in Yejum, but in Nature Baby, I do no one soon and Abbey. Yabay and then Ejumazen. Because as for NDC, no so power. And to know on your loophole, on your space, he will squeeze you. That is the game of politics. And to know you can accuse Bagbin for not supporting you, but he is also doing his party's bidding. And then, at forcing, I cannot push him to come and sit and do government business when he thinks that by doing government business, it will affect his party. Like the 1D, 1F. They've taken a political decision. Hey, 1D, 1F, no-go area. The lithium and bauxite concession ratification, they have given them a 3-line whip that, hey, don't support it. Lithium, no supporter. About bauxite, no supporting in any project, don't do it. So, NDC they have the Central Political Committee. And that is why when Harun Idrisu and Muntaka were trying to be their own men, they kicked them out. Because they were like, hey, you cannot say that in the name of governance, you will allow this. Say no at all costs. Even when they vote and they lose, they prefer that to saying that let's go by consensus. Look at the Supreme Court nominees. This professor here was nominating even some of the NDC MPs, what's no, Papa, we need him on the Supreme Court bench. But what party is there? The Minty won't to Mankasa. So they have invoked the 3-line whip. And then they will turn around and say that come and build consensus. The 3-line whip is beyond the MPs, including their leadership.
Ain't in the NDC Fuzi can control.
No, we call you name tax.
Everything else one quantum one control.
Chairman, obey our chair. And send you a man to Munkan work from him.
Damn.
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Assembly or what? And the day attempt. And Kayen Tass and Papa Ghana, and it shouldn't. I would prefer that honor that Obimpo Bakadem and build consensus than to lead chaos in the chamber.
Then you want to quantum coach we guadra.
But you were afraid that the last time, no. The last time in the same BCC na yana yanka wasam. On the 22nd of October, Honorable Anodon Pre, the majority chief whip, Honorable Abib, the deputy majority whip, they were there in the morning.
Yeah.
Around 8:30, na MPP for Waba chamber wire 30. And this is for Beno, chairman. Some may be crowd. Some we have to just quietly leave because you see they feel that once you will beam they have nothing to lose. It's an order from above. The hey, munko create chaos. Na basabasambra. No bianca de Ghana crowd them. Who give them that platform? It's a growing as in any other year. It's a trap. And Obi Yaze, look at somebody like Honorable Bejira. Honorable Bejira, you be a mubunmen or ECOWAS Parliament.
Yeah.
Or your sofo, okay? Charismatic leadership in Parliament and Okampa. MPs are where charismatic Christian for our Parliament at Debiano, where you preaching. Honorable Bejira is coming. But this is the same person.
And you're not card over Brobia.
Oh, Chairman, that's the one Casa Susan Ashe video.
Instead of mean you.
Right. Honorable Bejira, you'll be anche Asemisia, on no di SCba. He this is a man who said that Obi Obaba Betna Nego Bonasu. Men Mukasanya. Chairman, send it da. MPP for ya attempt there was work for 1 week. Zobesin, Nchemo Besin, Nchenda no pay, Yantia Yezim Komo.
Are you suggesting then
Oh, but that is what they've been commanded to do all in this for no. And definitely no MPP for so Sebe. It's all no be boa. It's at a tea be defend no, but yempene them. Honest asunti. And I yaka the look. Say speaker, oh yeah, yena ye gum train. Orange no on you one and casa there one sir. No one catching when you go that yanko. In any event, on you one plan. As in a warrior politics. And I also or they attack them. And they feel that they need to prevent us from doing government business. But it be someone there. Oh, you know what we from one. There are certain things to be done. What to obey? Budget are yet passé for 2024 or expire 31st December. From on the 1st of January 2025, even before a new government is sworn in. How would government spend public funds? How would Ghanaians be paid? Police in your bed, Jinakutia, soldier in your bed, Jinakutia, teacher in your bed, Jinakutia, nurse in your bed, Jinakutia. Na Ghana Funina Bon and this fool was Subambon. It's one general man who was I there one say as it because we've been advantage. But politics, Chairman General, one year them in Yaba Jishawunya Roba, and Abba say as it on Noble Mania too. Because what they are forgetting in there. Manu de Sumado, perish the thoughts. Perish the thoughts. Should they even win? Are they going to have an absolute majority? Should they even win? Looking at the dynamics of Ghanaian politics. And you know, and this is who there, Adibi a warrior no, it will come back and haunt them. In this step abena in Puntu Juma Baba. Ejuma Baba na Ghana nyi no rebrand obenye biaya no was in there insane. It's saying now obenya advantage to become the ruler. Forgetting that even if you become the ruler, you would also need the other side. Na Sazarian was he yawa obeyode. But I mean what is there? So ayan MPP fo. Say yeah Donald Trump za oye ni bia. Chairman. As the betchen and this if when you're that to unwind today the way a Democrat when you're to one. All we need to do is to focus on our base. MPP, let's focus on our base.
Focusing on your base.
Yanye Jumazen.
Boku Central MP Mahama Yariga says you are focusing on the majority leader title over government business.
That is not true. Ono Mahama Yariga.
Okay, so was CTFM.
Ono Ankasa
ended that.
On straight on his own issues and principles.
Why then?
When Professor Michael Quay, making pronouncements about a friend and Fomina seat, Hansard would expose him. He said it was wrong. Michael Quay had no authority to make a pronouncement on a constitutional matter.
Really?
Those were his words, Chairman. Then you were you consistent too? Today, he is the same person defending a Bagman, saying though it was right for him to have declared the seat vacant. And even when Bagman was submitted to the authority of the court, you are still saying there you want to sit to his right. So here, Ayariga is a lawyer. He should know better.
Talking about seating, doesn't matter where anybody sits.
It does.
Really?
Our practice since 1992. If it doesn't matter, Chairman, I'll throw back the question.
Sure.
If sitting does not matter, why have they moved from where they are sitting? Chairman General, you have to answer me, sir. In all humility.
I am not an MP.
Chairman, but we are having an open discourse.
Yes.
If NDC, if we tell you, Chairman, there was symbolic import bio. But that's my sir. There was symbolic significance. Maybe said there, say, baby, I know on phone one. I didn't know what sort if we gonna do.
Not the BB.
Of course. And I mean, can't send the gun. Never. I will never go and sit there. Never. And the been so, leader, at least you should have gone to sit there to make your point. Make which point? I wouldn't do it. Minya make jina ho. Enyim no one so do. I had akash atel tuntum. I won't do it. But obiana any tue there. What be numpo watchu won egwa no na was be. I went to one touch megwa. So that alone is okay. Won't to metsen egwa do.
I agbala bi egwa no da.
Oh, they be odefo no tumuso.
Ehu bi egwa no.
Odefo no tumuso. Wa won't to metna do.
Nche wa ifiefu tu.
Messi won't to metna.
Dada de me hunje asafofo woresaw.
Chairman Chairman.
Yeah, sure that asafo no. One year bibi ma wa.
Chairman. Yes, egwa no worun to metna do osro. Won't to metna do.
Because
Messi won't to metna do. Because odefo osuma ye osmo.
Na nya asafo resaw.
Chairman Messi odefo osuma ya osmo.
Sabi you know. Oye rof mulo du sabi do bi so ja no oye eyi.
Chairman.
Oni asafo e sa na he.
Odefo osuma ya osmo. NDC fo one day nyina wosro egwa no wontum ntrado wokotwe wa egwa wosro epon na mpo wosro wentum wotwe pon na wodi besi mu pon anim wosro
when you supona
Messi woruntum and yen katena ho. Speaker should order them to go and sit at their rightful place. They sit to his left. Enough of the conspiracy. Zawo yen on ye.
Then what next?
Chairman.
Yes.
And then the obese there, you cite the speaker for contempt. But you know, speaker is smart. And me so far, as a lawyer, Muna Zibia Obama must cite him for contempt. We play at him skillfully. You know, also, Onka there, and this for were majority. At the same time, no say, on make a pronouncement on the constitution, he only expressed an opinion. Again, Onka or disrespect the Supreme Court ruling.
But don't find you,
well, one kadam so. One shot them bueno and kadam. One shot them bueno because he's still in court anyway. He has appointed a lawyer. You know, the ingredient to be found in an offense of contempt, you know, you have to establish it. At least my little practice, you know, I know there that he cannot be found in that web of contempt. Nice. That is what I think. However, he has a moral duty as a Democrat to direct the NDC minority to go back to their seats. It is good for his own image as a Democrat and as a true statesman. You know, having been with the politics of this country since 1992, I think it is time that Mr. Speaker, Obama realizing in him there, because za okra don't that on yet. And in fact, this is the fourth time as Speaker, while Jen a house, Ebakaya, on the 20th of March, he did the same thing. 30th of July, he did the same thing. Then 22nd of October, and then ended the 7th of November. In all of these situations, you know, Sebesha, now there was government business. In fact, on the 30th of July, 20th of March, you know, also the Fiamako AFAL process was court, and he's been served with a court process, including an injunction application into no or agent until the matter is determined. Sebekaya. So that is the same speaker.
Ended that. So even if one MPP member had entered, what would have happened?
Entered and sat where, Chairman? Entered and sat where? We're gonna clerk whilst what we name tag to do. Obi ababeji wegwa. Osi de oman and sen wegwa do. Him for na enkatina, Chairman. Nipa krumpo no okwa chamber wa okatina him fa.
Okay, Jina baby, a majority for no what no. And you waji gwanti be back with Jina Hubi.
Oh, Chair.
I mean, I don't know what happens in Parliament, so
yes.
I just
well, but
asking.
Jina wa to what end? Ike Jina wane obi hinwezi appear na emoji egu na akaye news. No.
Why are you insisting that emoji beguya?
Oh, because I know what I know. There are some known unknowns and unknown knowns. I can't say them. But why do you think the speaker ordered the military to bring some scanners to scan people and do A, B, C, and D? Chairman, and people had planned certain things, and I know what I know. And that is why I wouldn't put my men and women in harm's way. I know what I know.
So, what next? CC Ghana for now, what was his agree?
Ghana for NDC for Zagor. Ghana for NDC for Titi one. Ghana for the speaker or the one that is Zagor. And that is why yeah speaker there. Oma Ninuanum NDC for one who there. Though he is part of them, this is democracy. They are in minority. Court a rule into one katina when they go do. That he should do. That is his responsibility. And then of course, I will continue to plead with every MPP member, every MPP activist. Politics is obi betia wanado. Obi ba kase etia. Politics is mentem wase baba. De bia me ka che nkrofo de. Oya ntawantawan kitinkiti bia ye hu MPP mu no. ND simpom no ye west. But oya wakata kata do no waze ko wenyim. Anope Mr. Dubio MPP fo ye wedwuma ye yenye hene dwumazen na yenja etim na akam say yekọ na Dr. Baumia enyisuaze hu na owo Ghana oma Ghana fo the look he's going to introduce a digitalized economy to create jobs. Baumia na sem nyina ne job creation hwe edwumazen a abani beye introducing free SHS, yen security services, immigration, police, fire service, army, prisons, narcotics. And we're recruiting more Ghanaians into these institutions while build one capacity in terms of equipment, human resource than any government in the Fourth Republic. Many anum endis for next round. Let me be so on there. Mabre do mun crofine and mutum recruit one into the police. And they look at police visibility. Chairman, odo enyumbiri na se erba enam kroma warankasa hwe za ehu in the regions in the district police visibility is very high because this government has invested heavily in security to protect us waboyan ban
mpedem biso bibi
Chairman Pocho bisa
meantime bisa there even if one MPP MP had gone in would there have been a quorum?
No, Chairman, the issue was not about quorum.
No, Mr.
No, you see, quorum must always be determined.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a matter of one person or two persons. If an issue of quorum is raised, it has to be determined.
Meantime, Mr. Demne, the many and then to walk inside and so the NDC would have introduced some bills. Is it true?
Chairman, I don't have that intel, and I don't know.
Because I hear there was going to be a bill to abolish tax on betting.
Man, if you want, it's part of their gimmicks. Man, I mean, how do you introduce a bill? Why didn't they file? If you have a bill, the process is there. You have to file it at the clerk at table, and then it goes through the motion.
Mm-hmm.
If when speaker or accusing there was no business to be determined. If they indeed were serious, a bill is not just introduced in the house, just for the sake of it. You go through a certain pre-laying processes. And just for that one, you work a kara keke. But one Bremen, when you're there, they cannot do it.
Talking about bills, I hear you're throwing CD bills in your constituency and you're bribing people as a monetary inducement. As a dad from your opponent, or friend James Annan, or NDC parliamentary candidate, what say you're using monetary inducements for voters in your area? I promise they will support every parent whose child has gained admission to SHS with 1,000 CDs each to purchase trunk, chop boxes, other personal effects. You are throwing your own bills around. You are buying votes. You are inducing people monetarily. Yes, sir.
We hear one fine politics.
Yes, sir.
Miss, we hear one fine politics. A politician or the one call. A politician, you should be able to raise resources. You must be resourceful. You must have what it takes to do politics. Because politics or a public service, you are serving the needs of the vulnerable, the weak in society, the needy. Inibia into me your politics. So onibi, that's one to me. Yon yezi.
Ain't is kenny.
Miss there, say chairman. Merka. Asam ten ye.
Oh, me too.
Miss inibia into me your politics. Your politics. Now where or come as wa into me your politics. Because politics in the im will be as ben wezi. Obia or your man into an hospital bill. Obia on your school, in away in your school then. Politics in the able to agada resources nasa abuan crofo. Politics in the chapel, we see chapel then. Nasa ason wo throw letter the we hian boa. It will be nebo to my boa in ye bin so e be nyu bi oboboa. Inti se nyi bia man fon hun share politics. Dam na me pede me di ya brenta na no. So onyi bia onye zi no nton.
What's right to vote?
Chairman
Yay.
So onyi bia onye zi no nton.
Inti
so onyi bia hwe ye the free SHS aba. Abaten we nyi free woroko. One baroko. Obaten bi wo ho a ade ne ye free. Nanso onyi sika out bottle box. Me ya research bi wo winiba. Research no 2 institutions Imani wobeye mam. Then there's another research firm be owned by one professor at UPSA. Where them research mam. The findings included the fact there about any people were insured na ho mpoano ho. Onam there wonyi sikenti womoframan wonya free SHS placement na wonko. Because only scored bottle chop box. Only scored bottle trunk. Only scored bottle abofra no hu nzama bia ozboko school. Inti onyende nya fi na me share the medjuma na ase. Chairman, edwuma maye. Obi simpenya boazi biara nyim medjuma mereye. Na da ma brente na nka no wo ye party mu. Na also we fi ye party mu okọ. You were friend then emefia fu no okre. Na wa ko emefa miamia. Na we kezi won enyim. Ena na nka so hu no ho ano. Inti nda accusation, nda dam. Inti samanya so ansencha obobo mzimbo nana.
Inti onye direct to vote.
Chairman, vote by no onya bazi.
Also Marian.
Inti abmoframa na wa pass na wo ma me wonyi bi no. Mama won tenafie na won kru yaso won ka de free SHS anya dwuma ye dem bia. Wiazi ye hu. Eya papa inyamanze. Anya nso inyamanze. Ye be fandamara. Sama ye papa ne me nyamanza. Ma ye papa.
Inti eye mama personal question me
bisam.
Politics na eye na e wo bia azebabua enyi bi so a abab hwehwe nkofo wo bia oba ababua. Inti MPP fu nyina wo nyelo malisem ya.
Oh, Chairman, he a politician. No, Chairman.
Don't answer me as a lawyer. Maybe this is a direct question.
Chairman, please take it easy on me.
Oh, I'm taking it easy. You're my brother.
You've asked the question, so I will answer you. He a politician. There are some fundamentals you should know. Question be wa will be sawa onyide ya no. Question be so will be sawa entasa men ya no.
Nti ya.
Will be so question na etasa e ya no. E wadwin kira kira wadwin. Za American ye there. He a politician. You should know that there are 2 ways. One, your own resources. In your resources, don't get in there. You will be crushed or you will crash. 2, you should be able to raise resources. Because you are in public life. You are seeking for an elected position, an elected office, or you are an elected official. If you don't have it and you cannot raise it, don't get in there. It's as simple as that, Chairman. I can't double talk on this matter. He a politician, he's a politician. Look at Donald Trump. Me will win about Fubia or Atlanta. And that, me was in commode, Obanda, Georgia, or say, honorable, Trump ne canvases, no, will be sharing, in Zama Crodo, was sharing fine. Into blacks and what into Kamala Harris or feed Obenya black vote, and Yejuma. Trump ne canvases were grassroots. Inte bia wo nya wo $50 cheat bia nya $100 nanza man kodo wo bo one because obi yen some people are homeless wo per leader obo bo one obi onye adwuma was look also obo be create jobs they had that assurance inte bibi kakra only ye vote buying oyemboa
or a vote inducement.
No, it cannot be
Or vote excitement.
Chairman, it cannot be.
Or vote tickling.
Chairman, it cannot be.
Whatever it is.
It is part of the, you see, however you may describe it, it's part of the imperatives of politics. And we must get it. There's somebody who is poor out there, who needs your help. It is bad when you know this and you don't mind the personal net and D-Day. That one, I would question it. But if it's part of your normal area, na reboa, obi wa hunchim, abuan, obi wa hunchim, abuan. Chairman, now Brent Academy, on kind sung chow there in Winneba. Mirisi, a children's hospital, the first of its kind in the whole of Central Western region.
Ow.
Yes, there's a big children's hospital. All could do a Jaze. Winneba, Mabaya MP, ne Winneba Yenye High Court. We had a district court which had its at the prison's yard. Maybe see new high court, Naminya district courts. Now I've built a new high court and a new circuit court. So we never been two district courts, two high courts, High Court 1 and High Court 2. We'll have a circuit court and a district court. Maybe MP will Winneba. Now your old library, then be our Sofflet House. And the Winneba has the highest number of libraries in the whole of Ghana. No district can beat us on the number of libraries we have.
How possible?
We have more than 15 libraries in Efutu alone. Tell me, let somebody check which district, which constituency.
And a major
I've led.
Professor Sapon is my researcher.
Yes, on checking in Amahen. Chairman, I've sacrificed my all for my people of my Efutu people. Intimate mo obi mba condemn on yejuma. Obi biara we Efutu. I started this, I'm now getting to 47 number. But I started this around 22.
Assembly nana.
The assemblyman before the financial secretary, Chairman. When I was a child, I behaved like a child. Please.
Prof, only many Afenyomaki first encounter.
Chairman,
so interesting.
Chairman,
yes,
I've
sir.
been in this. I've been financial secretary, MPP. Malcourt Dina constituency chairman, Melus, Minya 17, Nipo Nonya, a friend 28.
No, me too.
Or finish him. Meko Dina assemblyman. In Penny Basa, Nina may win. Okay? Michael J. presiding member. Malco round 1, round 2, may win. Okay? Malco primaries. You draw. But what the Korea beat him 22-23. I've gone through all of these. In all of these, me business in Nano, a futu for me for one, me want juma. All the investments I've made in a futu. Then somebody will sit somewhere and come and attack me there. Me ya doyama abata na woni bi. Konyu Winneba, maybe MP we futu. Now you were a district police command, Gold Coast Police Station. Chairman, Mpocho, and there were divisional commando. There were 3 district police commands. Mpocho, Eko New Winneba, Eboka Kotu Police Station. If I ate to Boka Kotu Kro, Eko Switch Boka Kotu Kro.
Republic of Efutu. On a Republic of Efutu.
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Nyankupo na dum. Ya yebio. Yandan ye chama mano. Intima obi emfa ifi mbaka edwuma ya aye nshram omanu. Efutu was the first town or city outside of Winneba, the first town outside of the capital to host an ECOWAS parliamentary event. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4. Of course, but it has happened, Chairman. It's true leadership. Yeah. chairman Messi Yazaba.
E ko lobby nkrofo.
Injo, I have to lobby. Since he came for a tria, damn no way. E piaze papa.
Adia tum de kitche.
No, me piache do yes came for chairman make offante. Chairman make offante.
But I'm twisting what you've said.
No man twist
to suit me.
Chairman Debbie. Messi or yes came for a tria as papa be fie. Ambo yaz maza. E piaze papa. No boyezen. As a papa bian wo brown. Into mfa nsapan mfa mpre as papa nkofie. Oyde ye na ye ni ye. Into Brenton obotu wesu na ye dodi abana ye to we futun ye be win 80%. Chairman mark this day ye be win 80% in the futu.
Professor Smasapo just okay who adwuma o check him am.
Oh chairman prof check we research no check
in the meantime. Dr. Frank and that wa wempi no abedi aboso.
Oh prof check we research no say then
na enyima or check research enyimo bi asend dem a or say I am going to the Bible. The man who you mentioned is called James. Now, James 2:15 to 16. Teo. Charlie, people be diabolic. Hey, somebody, your friend James. No, say, or call Bible. Now, menko James 2. Now, I are sending you James 2:15 to 16. Suppose a brother or sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to him, "Go, I wish you well, keep warm and well fed," but does nothing about his physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. Are you sure that anyone else will be the value?
Let's hear me.
No, because I will hear diabolic. We will send you Kweku back. And I know you're senior diabolic.
Uncle Kweku or you're strategic.
I think you're diabolic, you're strategic.
You have to be strategic to survive. Ghana Hano in Zememi as you know.
James 2:15, 16, and 17.
Can you be?
As a where is it? As a chairman general, the man you mentioned is called James. So I'm taking you to James 2:15, 16. James 2:15 to 17. I say, suppose a brother or sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to him, "Go, I wish you well, keep warm and well fed," but does nothing about his physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it's not accompanied by action, is dead.
Chairman, Mpocho,
so, as the lawyers usually say after court, I have nothing useful to add, my
Chairman,
lord. In fact, I rest my case.
Chairman,
Mpocho, Prof, when was 80% go?
But I'll be 77.5 if two. In terms of close.
77.5 for who?
For the MPP candidate. In fact, me use names, me use candidates, candidates, and this candidate. So,
onion.
Close.
Look at the.
If you work hard,
look at the lovely smile on your face.
Yeah.
What's the in your 80%?
In fact, Central Region.
What's the big win by in your 80%? Honestly.
So 77.5 for me is.
Time Prof, see, me know you are academic. Germany me
Chairman.
Because yet here one say.
Chairman.
What's in your 80%?
Chairman.
Yes, sir. 77.5 is not the same as 80. Ninja agreed but
Chairman.
yes, sir.
Oyam of Oye Jumazen.
Dr. Frank Bano said there's still more time.
Masam you there. Politics on Nanya Jumazen. Marka Central Region. MPP.
Peace FM.
Yankupon is in Minty. You be win majority. Jumazena so far parliamentary candidates. One MMDCs. One constituency chairpersons, polling station chairpersons, polling station executives. War no. Say you to me yandama chairman. Yeba on the 8th no. Yenya cry yes the 13 seats. Baby fee. Yes, but yenya cry. Chairman,
for Central Region.
Chairman.
But you 1 and another 119 seats. but we need 10.
Right. Oh, I admitted, Chairman, I admitted that we had issues. And in fact, throughout this campaign, issues now good address.
Me too.
And we've made it a point to young candidates in United. Look, no skirt and blouse. Eto Baumia, Eto parliamentary candidate. Eto Baumia, Eto parliamentary candidate. Yen you know NDC for no one the propaganda no why as well. But I've charged all the pieces that go to the grassroots. Kwasi, identify your base. Chichiru base, you know. Share Donald Trump. I want people to study him. Me catch my wife there. Nana, Donald Trump will win. No, Jimmy. I see and I say it is CNN Nigeria. You condemn Donald Trump. Trump knew that all the altars were against him. And that's what the NDC is doing to us. Attacking. Forget about the attack. You're a politician now. Ma ahubesha on your perfume one from ground. Men junjun
Done.
You're a politician. Nakakra na rusu. Obi mo social media. Watch we asama todo. Each na pede stop na fano court. I had them to wajum na kokan. I mean them na me. Eke kana me jene kagucha. I will file a writ. Me was several writs. Defamation writ. My file. Let me be a me mejuma. Mama na won shama roba na minzari ho. I'm working. Because Donald Trump was or your murderer, or your this,
rapist,
or your rapist. Donald Trump,
sex predator,
or your dumb predator. Now focus. I'm sure his psychic advisors, his political advisors told him that focus on your base. And the work a Democrat natural, and that is what MPP areas are you winning. You get a population. If you come to Greater Accra alone, Greater Accra of the 33 constituencies, 34 constituencies. There are some constituencies Weja Bawe, Anyaso Wutuom, English Amount from Domiko Abenya. All right, Trobo. These constituencies, etumusum, ne win. You get your people out to vote. There is no way NDC can win presidential in Greater Accra. It's just a matter of Yenye Jumazen. Na yenje there the pampre na bibi kakra na obi ashawa anope me be obi kacha mo bi from I say leader and the appeal could be why anything or did you attempt or cassette me say hey so can you one con I'm not going to confront my brother or you can make a bianco you can inti merba ha na was my colleague MP ebia he disagrees with me into wake bibi kakra tiam na afi me ko confront waste my energy on that no way focus Ejumana yeah no focus. There are ordinary people. Obiriba dadan nya time man. No on task there. Free SHS na bobwa. On task the digitalization ya. Akodi. Onu na amagana ebwe. Ema ejuma yen wie. Ina ejuma no so yen tumi yen 100% na mbom say ya tututu between NDC na MPP ye. Kozongo communities, let them understand. Then can NDC for that one. For the first time in the history of Ghana's politics, since 1957, we are going to get a Muslim to swear in. The first time. It's an honor. And it shows how tolerant Ghana for the Christian fu in Kremofu, I mean, me a Christian, me a Catholic, Miss me Rosary. Na mo jezi da Dr. Baumia nyimzie owo no ye yen omanpeina oboboa oye de kremonya owo eyiwo friend Nima owo mama obi owo Swalaba owo eyiwo friend Newtown owo Ashama onu so nye jezi de for the first time Ghana ye shake memin kebi kremonyi bi enya akwanya oh this is the first time it would enhance the image of the country. And it's not a matter there, Papa no yo hollow. No. No content. Now dream ninimzi or one baumia. If you see even the determination of the campaigner, by Brente Papa on your opportunity, no so he will make a name. Because he wants to make a name, then Brakufado. Ordinary free SHS by and obedience what they say. There's no perfect system anywhere. I admit. So Ghana you catch him no one because there's no perfect system. But the question is that NDC for what been 8 years. NDC war flag bearer. Wait on man paying that. What's not been 8 years? You be in there on chain as a croyer dance what? Ghana football to my ken there. Why is Amo or mania? He be new morning. Inti chairman assemble nyina no kwakra anyi edwumazen anope mini PCB na mini is in komo o say institutional head bi or your NDC na onya support ho inti abrenten nkasa no na me be send one question. Have you gone to see him, meet him face to face? Or say no. Na me say you are not serious. Or say I'm being too hard. Na me say I'll be blunt. I will be hard on you. From your constituency to that institutional head's office, it won't take you 20 minutes. So you end this in Kokrokoo. So you end this in Kokrokoo. You don't do politics with ego. When I took over Futu, it was just 51%. The trend, reach out. Obi ye NDC because MPP reach out to him. Obi ye CPP because we feel there where you need him. Nkofu pimpo de da yes a politician. De da there is a 25 to 30% population. Abon what's the one to? Are we aware of that? Look at the trend. The areas that we score turnout 80% are few. The areas that we score 75% are few. The average voting in Ghana, election upon election, 70%. So it means that I am politicians and say there are people I was we must reach out and give them a reason to vote because Otuaba is important to Nezreba. Explain issues. And that is what I want to charge my MPP colleagues. What Bagbin is doing should inspire us.
Rather?
This is yes, of course. In all situations of adversity, you find an opportunity. And some toa isukakra ne jesu apopo wenyu enyuswa na kuko wenyim. I feel strongly there. My Bagbin 90s is a wake up call. Look, unite, work hard, go all out, and get the vote out and win. If you win massively in parliament, the presidency is a bonus. If on the 8th of December, they get a 150 seats in Pukeke, NDC will be quiet forever. And if they attempt to play their games, they will win. We will expose them with a pin sheet, just as we did in 2020. But so why the war ben kakra e gwan won the wo so wonye bia ono wo start wo dede. And I want the youth in Mamobi, Nima, your friend Newtown, Ashama, not to be misled by the NDC propaganda, to pour onto the streets, to cause chaos. They shouldn't listen to them.
Lawrence says, Charlie, Chairman General, if you don't close your show, that guy sitting there is Sabi talk. He will talk out the whole day. Afenyomakin doesn't get tired. End your show. He's doing more propaganda than anybody else. Remember, Nana Australia says, tell him to add Okankwe South for Baumia as well. And then that's from Nana Fredia. Atu also says, Afanyomaki is just showing that he's an Apsu boy. Action quoting. That's all he's doing in your studio. And then tell Afanyomaki I greet him. Tell him some youth advancement. Tell him I said God bless him richly. And then
my youth advancement in our can I you.
Obiso say Ike Yeboah Asante. I'm doing an MPhil program at University of Education whenever. Afanyomaki name is everywhere. The student community is for him because of school fees he's paying for some of the university students. Ike Yeboah Asante. Inti chede vote by the start here.
Chairman, one kasa sokade. One kasa sokade. Chairman, one kasa sokade. We are between Aminonye, Kwesi James, or there he make who procession known.
Oh, Emia.
And you there can be anti baby
But do I need to make my position known?
Oh no, but Chairman,
is it not obvious?
Well, but there cannot
that if I was voting in a Futu, I'd vote for you.
There cannot be answer say.
Oh, Monto abo Futu anchema tuamo.
Can ye Chairman can assembly
Kwame na Afanyomaki.
But in we're going.
Kwame na Afanyomaki.
On you do, you know.
Listen, Kwame na
Afanyomaki.
Yeah,
Chairman, on
you will vote with Futu anchema tuamo. And Pedamaka. Miss more vote you foot and Chamotuamo. Because me come your first encounter. Basing now a majority that into some in Casa first interview.
Chairman.
Prof Minkan Choda. Chair.
Prof.
Such action. And you see, he was much younger.
Yeah.
If hey, Charlie, also you weren't 30, Omoba.
I wasn't 30 then.
He wasn't 30.
24.
He wasn't 30. Yeah.
Come on, simple forward. Yeah, and check parliament. And Japanese are more fit them.
He wasn't 30.
Come on the time.
Share. Nama fra kwepa na assembly.
Chairman in Trado. Assembly Trado mo from retain.
No, but this mo from that you've come a long way. And that didn't happen overnight.
In fact, he has built his score.
You like that. And I'm catching her. Masa. But only more if you want to be playing a card. Big boy, I know. Okay, big bro. How cool? But no, it's cool mo. It's a phenomenon to Munkasa. Also, okay, big bro.
Chairman, assembly in the MPP for Yanye Jumazen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Hene Jumazena. There's no way you knew me. What be Assam Nanyan. Yanye Jumazen. Yanye Jumazen. The time parliamentary candidate wonder. Eda wo bede godo na me time wonder da membri wonder oka wo o fine ne chuni nkpabo fai ko ji parliamentary candidate eni wo share jake owo ka wo chuni
Me am on here. Afenyo Makin has said it all. The MPP should work hard to win more seats in Parliament and a clear win for Baumia. Let me add that government appointees should reach out to party grassroots and not lord their positions over them.
I agree.
Sasa Intakradi, that was what I asked him, but he found a smart way to dodge that question. And when he said that if you're a member of Parliament or if you're a politician, you should either raise resources or your own resources, you should reach out and help others. And I asked him, so do the MPP people know this? But he found a nice way to slip out. He's a lawyer and action quoting boy. Now, Dr. Frank, now, Monday, what are they? Because I know we say we with one agenda, but I find your marking a genie, person share Monday. Because Vice President, Dr. Baumia, my credit score. Na Dr. Bano aye notes.
Amen.
Why you notes? Why you notes? But who dey no? Menya apo. Like how Kwame Mark say onya apo no. Menya apo say why you notes? Itipacho, I'm making you a promise.
Sure.
Monday morning we'll talk credit score. Why? So that we can understand. Yes, I may have to rush you through it. It will not be fair to you and to my listeners as well. If our Professor Sapon Kwame born yem swam brano. Ono ba eneja, your master beji your post. What beji your post? Kwame medasi.
Chairman, Mpocho, asida. Make case do there. My ye yafuma. Onya kukuju one country. Interest in the witch achia.
No.
Sometimes I didn't pour you don't mean it. Na be akofum. Nyimpa kruso yando. Enti no one boy hen. Na edwuma bi aye yen onwe paye. Ye bada honase and despite media one platform abibia wo ma hen ma yetum so ye bakasa na yeze nzama tugwa. Nyankopon ni hye hon.
On sure, but Obriham also maybe said what is a youth advancement or Ayabada. Why send the best 6 times?
Okay, so Chairman General.
Honestly, I was going to ignore it.
General.
Yes, sir.
Youth Advancement Foundation. Or your NGO I met when I was at the University of Cape Coast, level 200.
Really?
Milko University, na me yedwon Ghana Post. Na me je salary. Into ona mo hia na ma community no. Meto dam NGO no. Na menye enuanom a yefi win ba ye okay vas. Ya ka bom. Na ye started the tuam crofo school fees.
Really?
So me salary no mo. Ebien na me ze half. Na binum so contribute na ye ze tua mo from home school fees.
Then
into Youth Advancement Foundation now all can the history nyen. Into so obi begina no ka after over 25 years, over 27 years, because that time I made it 20. I started working at Ghana Post at age 18.
Ghana Post?
Yes, I was a post boy. I started as assistant postal officer, got promoted to a postal officer, promoted to senior postal officer, and I resigned at the post of principal postal officer.
Really?
Yes, I worked at Ghana Post. Mr. Tim career was trade fair post office. I mean me stamps. I mean me sort letters. That time na international call. Yeah, I'm no me you know my EMS. Na my balance. Na me nyina we upgrade the woman promotion.
Mr. Prof Rachel.
Woman promotion was Mokro head office. Mokro EMS division. Now I am within 6 months. My boss all home so being or recommend him for further promotion because me a big contract about Ghana Post. Then I initiated the EMS student prepaid service. You know, previously no, na I got our admission form. What the your friend and what admission letter and we post no was bro. And many students were getting it late. So I initiated the EMS system of postal delivery.
I see.
And then based on that thing that I did, I got double promotion because I was a junior officer. Until the MD then said, so your friend then junior officer need to initiate the Mazi and is bringing revenues out. Then they will be promoted. So we jumping two from post officer. We jumping from there to senior post officer, and then I became principal officer. When my classmates were still friend and postal officers, and then I got scholarship based on that to Cape Coast University because in secondary school no idea about Tenefie because of Harry Sawyer on your lecturers in your problem. Into no idea Tenefie 2 years. So them 2 years, I think even up to 3 years. So them period no na maka marketing course was a Kanda Graduate School of Management. Then from there, I call attachment with STC. My boss Yawasukan Cancer, no head of marketing. So I did attachment 6 months. Then I applied to Ghana Post. Yes.
Interesting stuff.
Chairman, enjoy. I was once upon a time a public servant.
Interesting stuff.
Yes.
Been a public servant.
Yes.
But Sam L. Ebbs, also now Okwonho. Now your patron at the time was Freddie Blay.
Uncle Freddie.
Yeah. Also,
patron.
also some youth developers. Freddie Blay was our patron.
Yes.
And Philip Aban Susu Chiao. Na we trying to pay na Kempon of Kempon Travel and Tours.
He's made a lot of investments in the Winneba Enclave.
Kempon Academy.
Yes, he's doing so well in our enclave.
Also Minchana. Also any MP into Minchana pay.
Kempon. Resources in the flow. All money is in flow. Catch up Kempon. Chairman Ken.
Kempon. Ochiamio ni masemka. Wa suma.
The resources in it will be donating 100,000. Obisu the t-shirt aba. And that a company be also the yankafa. Your friend then knapsack. Na yantenenka.
Kempon Academy. Almost a month.
Yantenenka. Ono no shipadino. Ono shipadin. Onya resources only Chama. Padino onya yo. We good aboshipa. We good. Moko. Chairman.
Your final words on Parliament, Kwamina.
Chairman,
we'll wrap up with that.
Simple.
Yeah.
MPP for Yaya Jumazen, and no pay Masamani Ejumazen. That notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker there. Yenyum do NDC. Yenyum there ne penny than the party be win. Bagana first. Ebio Mr. Minya at to force and onion colleagues in leadership. One came with there, onion do watchina. Agree yezi. Ebiana and the IAA mobi if you there insane nazi Ebiana area of Fununsan na wakasa one son area intimate ato there in spite of whatever directives if you want a friend and one central political command or say political committee there should be a standoff no they should think of Ghana no one jay zawoyen na yenyinaria yen kambom na yen yedjuma no Yamfambua Oman Ghana. Masamari.
Alexander Kwame Napenyo King, Majority Leader, Member of Parliament for a Futu, and out in Campus Minkancho say, I've heard you, I'll show up.
Na a chairman, Pocho Mefa Kwenye Duna, Umwana, Wofi there, a Sikao Hunti Wamban, catch on there, Epu,
Insuta,
Epu, Kasimpo, and Suta, Oeden.
Bigum.
Manda American ase. Me bo American. Mami bi very industrious woman. American. All ye juma papa. Nembom efutu fun besi afone se on go slow on retail. On onye more wholesale or winneba. Retail no ma what business in you affected into your pancho. On onye wholesale. No onje retail no ma yenim besi afona wonya shemugwa Jackson no was we tu wa ye juma. Into onye more wholesale.
American.
Onye more
yeah,
wholesale.
That's it. Prof, where the mufan chemi ya that's Naija. Action kutin wa beji. Dr. Frank, me no appointment Monday. Me that's it. Peace 104.3. Now let's go.